given where we are, um, what should we as individuals be concerned about, and how should we keep our, I would like to say wealth, because when you exist in a poor economy, it's difficult to really say there's wealth, but there is still wealth. That's what we know. But we all have to survive, make financial decisions, and we have to take those decisions, putting all of these economic variables into consideration. So we have to understand how this affects us as individuals. So what do you want to say to us?
Thank you very much for me. And once again, I apologize for my internet issues earlier. So, one thing we've seen is, one thing I believe strongly is that regulation biggest drivers of wealth creation, right? And so we pay special attention to regulation. And this is where it's going, right? The petroleum industry bill is in the works. You expect subsidies to be removed next year, right? You expect, given what we've seen with the exchange rates, that exchange rate convergence and free floats, or this conversation that we're having with Philip. The short-term pain of all these things is that inflation is still going to be on the rise. If inflation is going to be on the rise, you don't want to be caught in fixed income securities. You don't want to be locked up in a bond or a money market instrument that is paying you 2% or 3%, or do you understand? You want investment opportunities that can take advantage of these changes in regulation and this development in the economy. So what I would say is that maybe bonds are bad. I saw a note on that. So fixed income securities, your portfolio should not be significantly heavy in that sector. That's the first thing. The second thing is that, so if you're not doing fixed income securities, then what should you be doing, right? You should be doing, just 1 second. I think my brother left his phone here and he's distracting me.
It's fine, it's fine. Let's give you a moment. Debo.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe continue.
Okay, sorry. I can't find the phone, but let me carry on. Okay, so therefore, what should you do, right? I think people should take more risks, equity and assets that are similar. And if I say equities, then what sector should you play in, right? I think the regulatory environment will create so much opportunities for companies to grow, for manufacturers to produce more, and I think that banks are at the center of financial services firm will be at the center of powering that growth, right? So if you find companies in the financial services industry that are well positioned, I think you should take a closer look at them. If you find companies that operate, given the regulations, there's a lot of pressure with this climate change thing, oil prices, you don't know how high it will stay, right? But I think gas is a sector that I think we should look at. The Petroleum Industry Act provides a lot of incentive for the monetization of gas. So for people who have access to invest in companies that are exposed to that sector, I think you should take a closer look. And then the third thing one I would say is the natural one that we see is that technology is growing fast. I think that sector is attractive. There is the wheat, there is the chaff in there, and I think maybe that's why you should speak to the guys at Ecofina, right? Not all opportunities are not created equal, right? So you should be careful with the type of opportunities that you take advantage of. And I think the guys at Ecofina are very good at helping you to identify those and sorting out the risks and making your optimal investment decision.
Thank you very much for that recap, Tolu. Thank you. I like how you guys have taken this discussion today. Most of us are already in the Christmas feel, they're in the end of year. If you're in the north, you probably already feel the Harmattan season. In Lagos, some of us are still seeing some bits of rain here and there. So I think we've taken the discussion nicely. We started beginning of the year. I remember the big one was crypto and 5 naira for every dollar conversations. And here we are talking about how can each of us better position ourselves for 2022. So I'm actually excited because over the year we had running this live event, we had more and more people sending emails or messages and asking, okay, so what exactly can you guys do at a granular level for individuals? And we thought it would make a bit of sense to start some sort of investment strategy sessions where each person, irrespective of your economic status or your income level, can begin to think deeply of how you approach your investment strategy. So Ecofin has put together private sessions. If I'm correct, Philip, there's about 30 to 40 free slots to have one-on-one sessions where there's a bit of portfolio review. So basically, portfolio review just means, where do you currently have your monies? Where are you invested into? How did you classify it? Also trying to build your strategies around what's the purpose for each of these instruments? What's your 5-term, 5-year plan, your 10-year plan? If you're in your 20s, 30s, for example, we've heard that several times. It's always a good time to start your investment. Once you come out from school, 21, 22, be building up your wealth, you know. So Ecofina is running private sessions for individuals that are interested in developing an investment strategy for 2022, because it's not something you can usually do on your own. You can take a position and say, okay, by myself, I'm going to do this, I'm going to, but what we've seen most times is most people are actually gambling with their wealth. They are not taking strategic positions or working with people who are tracking the markets, who are analyzing the trend and are sharing the insights with them. So I think this program would be useful to anyone that's interested. You can also, if you want this, you can respond to the follow-up mail you will get after the live event, or you can just send a message and definitely someone will reach out. But I really recommend this for anyone interested in approaching 2022 with a more intentional lifestyle, rather than just coasting through all the economic variables that we discussed. So thank you, Philip, for sharing this flyer with us. Thank you so much, Tolu. Enjoy the family events. Greet the Yahoo for us. Thank you, Debo. Thank you, Debo, for joining us.
Thanks for me.
For putting this together for everyone. And I made my own self for me. Thank you so much, Jerry, Busayo, everyone that shared their comments. We appreciate you guys a lot. And for those watching on YouTube, thank you. Thank you, Kemi. Thank you, Tolu. Thank you, Tuje. Thank you, Aiden. It's been a fantastic 2021, and we encourage everyone to approach 2022 with a dose of faith and a dose of common sense, which is just think deeply, approach your investments intentionally, don't gamble away your wealth. It already takes a lot to even earn a living in a difficult market like ours. So I wish everyone a beautiful weekend, okay? We'll see you guys around and see you next year. Bye.
Bye.